In a quiet suburban neighborhood, everything seemed perfect on the surface. A loving husband, a devoted wife, and their bright-eyed young son painted a picture of happiness. But beneath this seemingly idyllic life lay secrets that would shatter their world forever. On a sunny afternoon, a family outing to the park took a devastating turn when the husband suddenly collapsed, leaving his family in a state of shock and uncertainty. As paramedics rushed him to the hospital, whispers of hidden lives began to surface. Who was this man really? What secrets did he carry? The anguish of his wife, desperate for answers, would soon collide with the shocking arrival of a mysterious family claiming to be connected to him in ways she never imagined. As the truth unraveled, relationships would be tested, and a tragic confrontation would unfold, leading to a heart-wrenching conclusion that no one saw coming. This story isn't just about a man's collapse. It's a journey through betrayal, love, and the dark side of human relationships. As we delve into the details, prepare to witness how quickly life can change and how trust can be shattered in the blink of an eye. Welcome to Crime Vault. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining us today. Your support means the world to us. If you haven't subscribed yet, we invite you to do so. By joining our community, you help us continue to share gripping stories like this one, delivered to you daily. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Now let's uncover the truth behind this tragic tale. Meet Mark and Sarah, a couple who, like many, believed they had it all figured out. They were high school sweethearts, married for over a decade, and proud parents to their only son, Ethan. Mark worked as a software engineer, often praised for his dedication and skill. Sarah, a caring homemaker, poured her heart into creating a loving environment for their family. Their life seemed ordinary, a routine filled with soccer games, family dinners, and weekend outings. But that day at the park, a seemingly simple trip to enjoy the sun and fresh air would change everything. As they arrived, the laughter of children filled the air. Sarah set up a picnic blanket while Mark played catch with Ethan. The bond between them was evident, and from the outside, they were the picture of happiness. But as Mark threw the ball one last time, he suddenly staggered, clutching his chest and collapsed to the ground. Panic erupted. Sarah rushed to his side, heart racing as she dialed 911. "Please, help! My husband has collapsed!" Her voice trembled as she cried out for assistance, desperate to save the man she loved. Paramedics arrived within minutes, their faces a mix of urgency and professionalism. As they loaded Mark into the ambulance, Sarah felt a sense of helplessness wash over her. She clung to Ethan, who looked up at her with wide, innocent eyes, not fully understanding the gravity of the situation. "Is Daddy going to be okay?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know, sweetheart. We just need to be strong," she replied, fighting back tears. At the hospital, the doctors worked tirelessly to stabilize him. Sarah paced the waiting room, praying for a miracle. Hours felt like days as she waited for news, her mind racing with fear and uncertainty. What had happened to Mark? Was this just a heart attack, or was there something more? Finally, a doctor approached Sarah, his expression grave. "I'm sorry to inform you that your husband has slipped into a coma. We're doing everything we can, but we need to monitor him closely." The words hit her like a freight train. A coma? The reality of the situation sank in. She felt a mixture of despair and anger. How could this happen to their family? Mark had always been healthy and active. As days turned into weeks, Sarah remained by Mark's side, reading to him, talking to him, hoping he could hear her. Yet amid her anguish, nagging thoughts crept into her mind. She began to notice strange occurrences, unfamiliar faces lingering in the hallway, whispers behind closed doors, and an unsettling feeling that something was off. One night, as she sat holding Mark's hand, she overheard two nurses discussing a mysterious visitor. "Did you see the woman? She's been here every day since he was admitted," one nurse said, her voice low. "It's strange, almost like she's waiting for something." Sarah's heart raced. Who was this woman? Why was she so invested in Mark's condition? The questions gnawed at her, fueling her anxiety. One evening, as Sarah sat holding Mark's hand, she noticed a woman in a sleek black dress standing at the foot of his bed. The woman looked familiar, yet Sarah couldn't place her. "Who are you?" Sarah demanded, her voice shaking with a mixture of fear and anger. "I'm Rebecca. I'm his wife," the woman replied, her eyes filled with sorrow. The words crashed over Sarah like a wave. "What do you mean? He's my husband!" she shouted, disbelief coursing through her veins. Rebecca explained that she and Mark had been married for years before he met Sarah. They had a daughter together, and their lives had intersected in ways Sarah never imagined. As the two women confronted each other, the tension in the room mounted. Mark's life had been a tangled web of lies, and Sarah was left reeling. In the days that followed, Rebecca's presence became more frequent. She began to assert herself, attending all of Mark's doctor visits and making decisions about his care. Sarah felt increasingly marginalized, her heart heavy with the weight of betrayal. The hospital room transformed into a battleground as the two women clashed over Mark's fate. One night, in a moment of vulnerability, Rebecca confided in Sarah. "I loved him, you know. We had a life together. I thought he was dead, and now he's back in my life." Her eyes glistened with tears, and for a moment, Sarah saw the pain behind Rebecca's facade. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah began her own investigation. She combed through Mark's belongings and found old photographs, messages, and bank statements that revealed a hidden life. There were trips he had taken that she had no knowledge of, and financial transactions that hinted at a life far removed from the one they shared. With each discovery, Sarah's heartbreak deepened. She confronted Rebecca, demanding answers. "How could he do this to us?" she cried, feeling a mixture of anger and sorrow. In a surprising twist, Rebecca revealed that Mark had been in contact with his ex-wife during their marriage. "He told me he was unhappy, that he was living a lie," she confessed, her voice shaky. "I thought he had moved on, but clearly he didn't." As Sarah delved deeper, she discovered more unsettling truths. Mark had taken out large loans under false pretenses, leaving behind a tangled mess of debt. His financial struggles painted a picture of desperation, further complicating the narrative of their lives. Just when Sarah thought she had reached the bottom of the rabbit hole, an anonymous tip came through. A mysterious letter slipped under her door, warning her to stay away from Rebecca and her daughter. The message was cryptic, filled with veiled threats that sent chills down her spine. Who was behind it? Was Mark's past catching up to him? The letter began with a stark warning. "Stay away from Rebecca and her daughter. You don't know what you're getting yourself into." This line sent chills down Sarah's spine. Who had sent this, and what did they know? The implication that she should distance herself from Rebecca felt like a threat, but it also raised more questions about the extent of Mark's hidden life. As Sarah read further, the letter contained vague references to Mark's past. "Mark has secrets that go beyond what you've uncovered. His life is a tangled web of lies, and you're only seeing the surface." This further fueled Sarah's anxiety. What could possibly be so damaging that it warranted such a warning? She felt a mix of fear and determination. She had to find out the truth for her own peace of mind and for Ethan. The tone shifted to something more menacing. There are people who won't hesitate to protect their interests. You're in over your head. This line suggested that Mark's past was not just complicated, it was dangerous. Who were these people? Sarah's mind raced with possibilities, from shady business dealings to personal vendettas. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her every move. What struck Sarah most was a line that seemed to be aimed directly at her emotional state. You think you know love, but you're just a pawn in a game you don't understand. This felt deeply personal, as if the writer knew her intimately. It made her question her understanding of her marriage and the sincerity of her relationship with Mark. Had she been naive all along? Finally, the letter concluded with a chilling ultimatum. If you care about your son, you will walk away. This is your only warning. The mention of Ethan sent panic surging through her. Who was threatening her family? What lengths would they go to protect their interests? This line was not just a warning, it was a direct threat against her child, the one person she would do anything to protect. After reading the letter, Sarah felt a whirlwind of emotions, fear, anger, and determination. She couldn't let this intimidate her. She had to uncover the truth about Mark's life and the potential danger surrounding it. The letter ignited a fire within her. She decided to take action, reaching out to trusted friends, and even considering hiring a private investigator to dig deeper into Mark's past. The letter became a pivotal moment in Sarah's journey, pushing her further down the path of investigation and confrontation. It solidified her resolve to protect her family and seek justice, no matter the cost. As tensions escalated, so did the drama surrounding Mark's hospital room. Emotions ran high, and accusations flew. One fateful night, during a heated confrontation between Sarah, Rebecca, and Mark's other family members, a tragic event unfolded. In the chaos, a physical altercation broke out, voices raised, emotions boiling over, and in a moment of desperation, one of Rebecca's relatives, feeling threatened, lashed out. A struggle ensued, and in a shocking turn of events, someone pulled out a weapon. The hospital room erupted in chaos, and amidst the confusion, Mark's life hung in the balance. As sirens wailed outside, the tragedy left behind shattered lives and unanswered questions. In the aftermath, the hospital staff was left to piece together what had happened. Investigators arrived, interviewing witnesses and collecting evidence. Sarah was distraught, feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders as she grappled with the reality of what had just occurred. As the dust settled, the legal ramifications unfolded like a dark cloud over the families involved. Investigations revealed the complexities of Mark's relationships, leading to trials that would expose the truth behind the chaos. Sarah and Rebecca face unimaginable grief, navigating the aftermath of betrayal and loss. In the courtroom, testimony revealed the extent of Mark's deceit. Friends and colleagues spoke of an ambitious man who had become consumed by his double life, leading to a tragic end. As Sarah sat in the gallery, she felt her heart break all over again, realizing that the man she thought she knew was a stranger. As the verdict was delivered, Sarah and Rebecca found themselves standing side by side, united by their shared pain. They embraced, realizing that in the midst of tragedy, they had each other to lean on. Together, they sought healing and closure, vowing to protect their children from the shadows of their past. This tragic tale serves as a reminder that beneath the surface of every relationship lies a story waiting to be told. The fragility of trust, the complexity of love, and the consequences of secrets can alter the course of lives forever. Thank you for joining us for this heartbreaking journey. If you found this story compelling, please consider subscribing to Crime Vault for more riveting tales. Your support helps us continue bringing these stories to life, and we appreciate every one of you. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay safe and remember, truth can often be stranger than fiction.